But I don't care about Stand By Me. I talked about it a million years ago, for God's sakes.
I know.
Ooh, that's classic.
Ooh.
I'm trying to put a happy tone in what I'm saying, but I'm clearly angry.
My face is saying something different than my mouth.
This is the Hey Dude, the 90s called podcast. The idea of this podcast is all 90s shit.
Sure.
Which, number one, Corey Feldman's not really 90s.
No.
Yeah.
He was
80s.
in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, but that's when he was washed up.
This is really, I mean, we live in the cringe. Like, that's where, we're like Bane, you
Merely
think
adopted the cringe.
Yeah,
we were
you
born in
merely,
it.
but even when I was watching this, I was like, what is he doing?
Hey, everybody.
I do have a little bit of the intro as they're setting it up here.
Welcome back to Hey Dude, the 90s Called podcast. I'm David.
Hi, David. I'm Christine.
What's
Welcome
up,
back
Christine?
to the podcast, everyone.
Corey Feldman is the guy that was in every movie.
Gremlins, The Goonies, Stand By Me, Lost Boys, Dream a Little Dream. I mean, and those are all 80s. I know this is a 90s podcast, but he worked nonstop through the 90s as well. And he's just,
Probably.
Yeah, but nothing we can mention. But he was still out there doing
Meatballs 4.
it. Yeah, Meatballs, Busted.
it looks like he's here, the legendary Corey Feldman.
Yeah, let's go with Corey Feldman. Dude, what's up?
Oh, God.
Just the immediate sight of him just elicited. I mean, how could you hate this man? We're getting so much joy out of,
Well, he
out
looks
of
like
watching him.
Welcome.
Dude,
This is iconic. This is
Dude.
iconic.
Dude, that's so cool. Thanks.
Dude.
Yeah, I put on my
bro,
man's sunglasses.
I know we're probably all the same age around, but I feel like I grew up with you. I feel like I know you.
So you're 22 as well?
All of us. We're all still in our 20s,
22
right?
is favorite number.
Right. I know I am. I mean,
look,
I wear proof of it every
He
day.
fucking pulls out the 22 necklace, of course. He has to let that go.
There it
You
is.
see that? You see that? You see it? Can you see it? You can see it, right?
Yes.
Fantastic.
I
Chain
don't know.
breaks and
I don't
crumbles
know if
into
you can
pieces.
see it. Wait, let me
We
get a little
can.
closer. You can see that? You can
Oh,
see
yeah.
that?
Oh, I thought he was doing a bit.
No, he is doing bits.
He's kind of doing
I don't
a
know
bit,
if he is.
But what's even funnier is like when he does that. I mean, we know Corey, so we know it's his favorite number.
Yes.
But they don't know what he's doing or why he has that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just
22,
joking.
baby.
That's it. That's me. That's my religion. That's where I live.
love it.
I live in the land of 22 all the time,
This is good
which would
stuff.
put us right in.
Look, they have no idea what he's talking about.
Well, because he thinks, oh, these guys love me.
Yeah.
They must know. These two guys from Hey Dude must know as much about me as Jim and them does. Like, he could talk like this to us.
Yeah. Oh, we would know.
Yeah, we'd get it.
But what's funny too is I feel like they're like, he's acting like we should know what this is, so we better not ask because maybe he'd be insulted that we don't know
oh, he's still showing
why
us.
he lives in the land of 22.
Won't stop showing us.
About 1991, I think, right? So there you go.
Yes, yes.
I think we need to jump in, right? Like,
Yes.
Okay,
You
jump,
know-
jump on in. Jump on in. What you got for me? Lay it on me. Throw it on the line. Let's do
Let's
this
go.
thing.
Oh yeah. So
Wait, is every clip of Corey that's ever been filmed about to play?
and I know I cut there, I gave the title Corey Gets Annoyed, but this is literally like the first question. Like this is right after the 22 part.
Do you mind going back? Because like David said, you are a part of just all of us growing up, like the most iconic films.
I'll be honest with you. I know you guys are a 90s podcast, but I'm really not in talking about the same stuff I've talked about a million times. I've done that interview. So I like talking
Totally.
about what's new, what's fresh, what's exciting, what's current, what's relevant.
Doesn't that make no fucking sense?
Yeah.
Why is he on this podcast? This is going on Hot Ones and being like, I don't like spicy food. I don't eat that.
Yeah, no, thank
I
you.
just want to talk.
Then you sit down, you're like, no, thank you.
No, I just want to chat. Is that cool?
Well, also, he's irrelevant. And
Yes.
so, but he's like, let's talk about the now. You know, when nothing I do matters or anyone cares about it. Come on.
So,
Definitely.
As much as possible, I'd like to stay focused on that
Yes.
stuff.
Let's
Once
do
in a
that.
while, we can dip, but yeah.
Yeah. Can we at least give you some kudos for some of the iconic work that you did as a kid that would literally like changed our lives? And I think we just because we get the
If you
chance,
must, if you must. No, I'm joking.
we must. And I, by
Okay.
the
It
way,
doesn't make sense. You're a 90s podcast and I'm an 80s guy. I don't know why you have me here, really. It's on them. Corey's innocent on this one.
It's kind of on them, but also like he could have talked about the 90s.
It's not weird to bring up someone who's known for something and go, can we spend 60 seconds talking about the thing you're known for before we talk about the irrelevant shit that you're involved in now?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really want to talk about that shit. I'm sick of it. Even though in any other setting we've seen him in, he's always like, the Goonies, Gremlins. Like, remember on Howie Mandel's podcast, he's like, Gremlins. Remember we were in Gremlins, Howie? That was great. Let's call up.
Well, because he was with like a real celebrity at that point, so he had to like act good. He's with a bunch of phonies.
If she brought Ben Stiller's ass in, because she's married to Ben Stiller, he would just kowtow immediately.
Yeah. Well,
dude, I would be remiss for our listeners at least to talk about the way you started your career. I mean, Rob Reiner, Stand By Me, Steven Spielberg, Goonies and Gremlins, Joel Schumacher and Lost Boys. I mean, do you look back and go, like, do you realize how insane that is?
Now, I'm going to stop that question real quick. Can you guess what Corey's annoyed about that question? Can you guess how that particular question is going to annoy Corey?
So
it's a little. I know it's kind of tough, but it's there. It's in the question.
How you started your career? There must be like something he's leaving out, or like
you're on the right track, Jeff.
Okay.
Do you realize how insane that is? The quality of the people that you worked with to start your career?
But that wasn't the start of my career. You were
doing sitcoms in the late 70s, right?
Wait, hold on. How old were you in Stand By Me? How was that not the beginning of your career?
That was literally 10 years into my career, man.
He's shaking.
Yeah.
He does. He doesn't like that because he was what, 12 or 13 or something in Stand By Me. He's started at 3 in commercials or whatever the fuck it was.
I was in a Burger King commercial fucking it up.
It's a McDonald's commercial, actually. He does get into it.
Oh, God. Okay, hell yeah.
In the late 70s, right?
Wait, hold on. How old were you in Stand By Me? How was that not the beginning of your career?
What's hilarious, too, as this interview goes on, is to watch Christine Taylor and how she nervously laughs and keeps trying to hold things together as best as she can.
You were doing sitcoms in the late 70s, right?
Wait, hold on. How old were you in Stand By Me? How was that not the beginning of your career?
That was literally 10 years into my career, man.
Yeah. By the way, you're still as youthful as ever, too. That's the
thing.
Thank
you. I appreciate that.
We really are all the same age, but you have had such longevity. Yeah.
Well, I think it's all right here, and it's all right here.
It's
also in how we treat ourselves. He still can't get over the fact that it was 10 years into my career that I did Stand By Me.
Look, he doesn't want to let it go.
Yeah, no. She tried to move on, and he's like, nope.
She tried to move on with a compliment. Haha, I do look young. What about that fucking guy that said my career started with Stand By Me? Are you serious?
Yeah, really. You don't know every single thing about me?
Look
you
at
can
him.
see
He's
him.
still
He's
got that look on his face.
Speechless.
Right. He doesn't know where to go with that.
I don't want to hear about your commercial work and when you were a baby, but like
let's go. Let's go. Mike rules. Yeah, I don't want to hear about that bullshit. I'm going to talk about the 4 good
Are you
movies.
calling him Mike or are you saying Mike?
Isn't that his name?
No.
No, it's David.
Oh, David. Whatever. David rules.
Mike does rule.
Mike rules
Mike
too.
rules.
But, David, I don't want to hear about when you were a baby retard.
Stand By Me. We had Jerry O'Connell's a good friend of mine. We've had him on here, and just
wait, are you trying to say that the work that I did before Stand By Me was meaningless or insignificant?
Isn't it great
Commercial
the
work?
tension that? How does he show up to every podcast interview and it's immediate tension with someone?
Well, he instantly finds something to be like, well, guess what I'm holding against you for the rest of the next 25 minutes.
I like it. Are you trying to say the meaningless corporate slop I did as a baby isn't as good as a timeless work of art?
So I shouldn't resent you for the fact that you forgot about my McDonald's commercial.
Before Stand By Me was meaningless or insignificant?
No. It all builds. It all builds.
We have 25 minutes with
Oh
you.
man, she tries to save it so bad, and like she just gets ignored.
Well,
I had to take it back for a second because I want to see her reaction again real quick as she gets a nothing as she tries to go to something else.
No. it all
No.
builds. It
No,
all
Dude,
builds.
we have
I-
25 minutes
I-
with you. I
I
want to
know,
go.
I know you do, but I don't care about Stand By Me. I talked about it a million years ago, for
I
God's sakes.
know. I know.
Ooh, that's classic.
Ooh.
I'm trying to put a happy tone in what I'm saying, but I'm clearly angry.
My face is saying something different than my mouth.
Why would I care about Stand By Me? I'm focused on the McDonald's commercials.
You're talking about these movies that I've talked about 3 million times. So
Okay,
anyway,
the point
I'm trying to make is I started my career with a McDonald's commercial. Okay, so that was actually the very first thing that I did. That was, yes, it was just a commercial, but that commercial happened to win a Clio Award for best commercial.
Dude, when I was watching this, I was doing what?
Only Corey.
A
Only
Clio
Corey.
Award.
Dude, I was doing the same thing you were just doing, Mike. When I was watching this, I had like my head in my hands, and how is this happening?
And it also happened to play for 10 years as one of the most classic, beloved commercials McDonald's ever made.
That sounds like
Corey
That
is
sounds
so
like-
Corey.
that sounds like how Trump would describe
Yes.
it.
It actually is one of the best commercials
One of
ever.
the most classic commercials ever made.
It won a Clio. You ever win a Clio?
Corey
for 10
can't help
years.
himself. He doesn't know how to not be like this.
and
What was
No.
so great? What was so great about that commercial?
Nothing.
Get
No.
it.
Great question.
There was a lot of what I would call huge achievements before Stand By Me.
Yep.
I starred in a Disney film when I was 8 years old. So yes, there was a lot of career to.
Yeah, look at her just trying to react. Like, how are we going to get through this?
Well,
How do
when
we
you're-
get to the next thing?
When you were 8, did you fantasize that your career would be over in 5 years?
Yeah, did you realize you were peaking at the moment?
Yeah. Did you know you were going to meet someone with your own name who was better than you?
Cover if you want to be nostalgic is my point.
Yes. Yes.
Wow, I
yes.
had no idea.
Let's get to your 90s
And you
work.
obviously were a natural. Like you just worked nonstop from that age till now.
Yeah,
I'd already had, I don't know, 3 or 4 #1 hits by the time I got to Stand By Me.
Yeah.
Had he?
You were a seasoned veteran by that
Right,
point.
exactly.
oh my
exactly.
gosh. 'Cause you know how I met Jerry O'Connell?
Okay.
We did a Burger King commercial together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. My first job ever was a Burger King commercial. So we
Did
all
they
have
win
fast
Clio
food in
awards?
common.
How many Clio
Yeah.
words?
Yeah, all of our first jobs were some bullshit commercial, but we don't talk about that.
Are your Clio awards on the shelf behind you right now?
Oh wow, that is funny. That is funny. Small, crappy world we live in of
There you
fast
go.
food.
Look how unimpressed he is with their
Well,
commercials.
Yeah. He's like, I started my career with fast food. Oh, you guys did too? Well, then never mind. It sucks.
I'm sorry, it's so hard to hear you through my Clio.
As much as I do love looking back, I also love looking forward.
Yes.
Because I'm somebody who thrives on moving forward, as you said, reinventing.
It's so wild that he talks like this because I know I'm stating the obvious. It's fake. It's not real. Like I know that, yeah, he's got stuff going on now, kind of, because he's on the Low Serve
Ill
tour
Yeah.
and
Jim and them's always talking about
yeah,
it.
and
So, Corey, you're a lol cow now. Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah, I
more
guess.
of a lol,
Moo, baby.
more of a joy cow.
But those things are only happening because of the faint shadow of his glory.
But he
from
would tell
those
you
projects.
He'd tell you, oh, well, I've always been a musician in
True.
my heart.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
just happened to be in movies for a while. They allowed me to kind of continue doing the thing I really
Well,
love, and that he would
but
say
also,
he didn't reinvent himself.
But it's so selective on when he does that
Yeah.
because that's why, like, when the Lost Boys have a 35th anniversary, he's like, "Come to my show. I'm gonna perform Cry Little Sister."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then when there's an opportunity there, all of a sudden it's like, "Hey, it's me. I'm in Lost Boys. Remember? Hey, me and Jason Newlander are going ghost hunting."
We're the Frog Brothers. Remember the Frog
Hey,
Brothers?
buy the cameo. I'm the frog. Remember the guy that does not want to look backwards, dressing up as his old character.
Yeah.
30 years later.
Buy my rubber ear.
This is my ear from
Explain
Stand
what it
By Me.
is.
This is actually a wearable version of my ear.
prosthetic
so
ear.
You can put it on and wear it for Halloween.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, right? I am doing the biggest tour of my life.
Oh, here we go.
This summer,
Loserville.
I'm
With
going to be
Limp
doing.
Bizkit. Yes.
That's right. Speaking
Wow.
of 90s, I mean, you don't get a bigger 90s,
Right.
a 90s band than
Right
that.
on brand for us. Tell us how this came to be, and are you friendly with the band, or did this just all
I hate those guys. They're the worst. Are you kidding me? I'll probably be throwing darts at them every time they're not looking.
Come on, you and Fred Durst are hanging out every night, dude.
Yeah, no. Fred and I, we're intimate. Let's just say that.
Nice.
You see how he's going to that well again?
What was your relationship like with Fred before this?
We only had sex before this.
Oh,
You know how it is.
I feel like so that must be the thing. Anytime it comes up, he does the joke of how he's fucking Fred Durst, or Fred Durst is fucking him.
Yes. Come on, Jim.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
You heard it here first.
I love that. It's something about that big white beard. It just gets me in all the right places, if you know what I mean. But
the warm fuzzies.
Exactly. Seriously, though.
Yeah.
No, but
Seriously, I want to fuck him so bad, or I want to get fucked by him.
I'm gay. No, I'm not. But I
I'm
am. No, I'm not gay.
no homo. Pause.
After this tour, Corey starts dressing like Fred Durst all the time.
truth of the matter is, Fred and I actually met at the infamous Playboy Mansion. You know, at the time, he mentioned to me that he was a fan of my music. He's like, we got to work together. Let's do something together. I don't care if it's a song, an album, a movie. We got to do something. And I was like, sure. So we traded numbers.
Jim, he's claiming that Fred Durst claimed he was a fan of his music and that they had to do something together.
Oh, that's why I left it in. Yeah, because I
I'm not
love
saying
that.
that Fred and him didn't meet at that mansion, and Fred probably said something, but 0%.
There's no way he said I'm a. Anytime he brings up a story about running into someone, it's always like, yeah, they really love the music, man. They're big fans of my music.
No.
You know, we kind of kept in touch through the years, and it took about a decade before we were both able to kind of lock our schedules into place and find.
Listen to that detail, by the way, too. It took decades to finally sync up. You know, that's just Durst like, oh, man, Corey's messaging me again.
It took decades of texting him every day.
You know, kind of on and off to the point where he'd be like, yo, man, let's get together. And I kind of got pissed. I was like, yo, dude, if you're going to just flake on me every time we talk about getting together, he's like, you want to fight about it? I was like, yeah, let's go, dude. And that kind of like broke the ice. And ever since we've been friends.
He just came over and beat Corey's ass.
Kicked the shit out of him while Wes Borland's standing there in like weird makeup.
He was like in the closet going, ooh, I'm a ghoul.
What happened was, you know, at some point, I think it was like, okay, screw it. We just got to do this. We just got to, you know, write a song together. And we did for my Angelic to the Core album. So the album that I produced, which was actually my most successful album to date, which happens to be offline right now.
Oh, this is great. This is so great. Listen to his fucking reasoning on why the Angelic to the Core album's not available.
It's too hot.
Good timing on that one. But because of the fact that there were some copyright issues, apparently, with a couple of the sketches, we did these like comedy sketches in between the songs to help it tell a story and give a narrative. And so some of the sketches that we did back when we made them, these laws didn't exist. But now all of a sudden there's new laws that have come into play that if you use background music from another sample, and that sample was, you know, actually made by humans and not AI, they can find you and they can make a copyright strike and shut down your entire album.
There's no way that those laws just happened. It's always been laws for copyright. If you can't just use a little. I mean, unless you're Jim and them and you're talking about Corey's movie.
Time for a new sketch. It's just Yesterday by the Beatles.
It does make sense though to a man who can't play a song because a video's not playing to take down an entire album because some tracks aren't allowed to be on it, even though none of them are music.
What's the name of your band?
It's just me. It's just me.
But the tour,
but it's Corey Feldman. That's it. It's just me.
Okay.
But anyway,
got
Listen how annoyed he is. And you, I mean, I know you guys know the answer to this. You know he's probably going to bring up soon when he's talking about the tour, right?
What?
I mean that, you know, we'll
how
see.
successful it is and how everything's going smoothly.
Well, I mean, you heard David mention it's Loserville, right?
Oh.
The tour is the first time that we've ever toured together. So he called me up with this idea, and it turned out, yes, this was it. It was Low Serve Ill, and that's what we call it, by the way, Low Serve Ill.
Oh, I love that.
Low serve ill.
That's what we call it. There's no way. No one else calls it that.
I
except
love
us.
that. David's like, I hate it.
Yeah, David's like, I'm confused. What does that mean?
Her and Ben Stiller must have kids, right?
Oh, good. I don't know.
She's got like I'm used to being a mom.
I'm a mom. Yeah, mom energy.
She's got I can play along with this stuff. Mom energy for sure, because you don't respond.
She does talk to him like he's a little kid too.
Because the low serve ill joke doesn't deserve that response unless you're a mom.
It was low serve ill, and that's what we call it, by the way, low serve.
Oh, I love
ill,
that.
Right,
I
right.
love that.
Low
Yes.
serve ill.
So good.
And you can, by the way, you can come and get tickets to not only see the show, but you can come and see me backstage after the show.
Not backstage.
At Low Serve Ill.
Low serve ill.
If you
at a different venue down the street.
So it's going to be a lot
Low
of fun.
serve
I mean, here's
ill.
one for you that everybody told me my whole life: you'll never have a successful music career.
The first time he told the truth.
It'll never happen. Nobody's ever going to take you seriously because you're an actor first, and that's the way people know you.
I mean, that's not why we're not going to take you serious.
I just can't. I always just envision the actor. I can't lose myself to the music.
Yeah, no, of course. There's a barrier.
I can't low serve ill myself to the music.
And my music is more successful and bigger than ever. So I've been very, very grateful for the tremendous love and support that we've gotten through the years. There's been a lot of hate too. I guess I'm grateful for that as well, because without the haters,
With the territory.
You're welcome.
Fuck you.
Is it ego that anytime he talks about the haters, I assume he's talking directly to us?
No, we're the biggest haters.
I mean, we did the Today Show. We made history. More people watched that performance than anything at any time in the history of the Today Show. It was over 1 billion views within a day.
A billion views.
There's no way.
I was so retarded that we had a video with billions of views.
Yeah, what?
I mean, it was historical.
When did you guys perform?
Yeah, when was that?
I like how they have no idea what he's talking about.
Wait, you do music and shit?
It's gonna be nonplussed.
I thought you were just a 90s star.
2016.
Okay.
And we did 2 performances on the Today Show. So the first one was
Oh, you're
such a
still
big
talking
deal
about
that
that,
they
huh?
actually had to bring us back and do it again. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, because it was
Yeah.
so good.
I am
I
the
don't-
comeback king,
Ooh.
Hey, we'll take it.
I don't know what that means. Good job. Yeah. Woo.
So you're just like not gonna answer the question?
Yeah, I'm really happy about all this.
I am the comeback king, Huh? What does that mean?
All right.
Was that a movie?
Cool. I'm so happy for you.
I'm still wondering why you have a 22 necklace.
Yeah, you're talking about your comeback from 8 years ago?
The Masked Singer. I mean, we can talk about that. You're promoting that as well, right?
Look, he's like
Well, yes,
technically.
the Masked Singer's over though. But
Well, I like he's kind of scared to bring it up that Corey's going to be mad that he's like, well, we could talk about the Masked Singer because we can't talk about Stand By Me or the
Mr.
Goonies.
Is that okay?
well, yes, the Masked Singer's over though. But yes,
We need to
everybody
see
should
this.
always watch it on Fox every week.
Come on, I
even
know,
even
and
if I'm not on it.
You were so cute. You were the seal.
thank
You're
you.
so cute. It was
She's
really
totally talking to him like a baby.
Yeah.
You're the seal.
Mom.
Your outfit. Your outfit was great. I loved the costume.
thanks for everything.
Thank you for having
Yes.
me, and God bless to you. And you guys have a
God
wonderful
bless to
rest
you.
of your day. Peace
Thank
and
you,
love.
Corey. Thank you
love
so
you.
much, buddy.
All right, guys.
Now, I kept a little of this because they do kind of address that he was like, yeah, he didn't want to answer Mike. Like, he tries to he's very nice. He's not like mean about it or anything, but they do address it a little bit.
Yeah, he shot me down.
Yes, he
Listen,
did.
I can't talk
I
to Corey
had to get
Feldman
in. I know. You have
without
to.
talking about Stand By Me and Goonies and Lost Boys and Gremlins. I cannot have a conversation with him. I don't care what
I
his
know.
PR team says.
Well,
I need
Yeah,
to.
PR team, of course. Yes.
That
We
Lisa
know her
Donne.
I needed to ask him about
right.
it.
And he
And
very quickly told you that that's
yeah, he said I've
not the
talked
top
to.
of his.
But can you and I just talk for 1 second about like to work with Rob Reiner, Steven Spielberg,
Now that
Joel
Corey Feldman's
Schumacher?
gone, can we
Like,
talk about his career?
Can we do his could you answer his question for me?